right, welcome into another edition of the 2025 MLB Draft Spotlight Show. This is the shortstop edition, the Peachtree edition. Mr. Daniel Pierce on the show. Daniel, what's up, dude?
What's up? Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. Hey, before we get to know Daniel Pierce, tell me about the blonde hair.
Yeah, so that's kind of a thing that a bunch of us did before the season. There's not much to it, but a bunch of us went back dark to normal hair color. I don't know why. I kind of stuck with it. I kind of like it, so I just stuck with it.
Sticking around, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. Who's Daniel Pierce, man? On the field, off the field, passions, hobbies. What do you like to do on your spare time?
Yeah, so off the field, I mean, I don't like to sit still a whole lot. I love to be outside with. I got two little brothers, so we're always hanging out, doing stuff, very competitive. So we love to golf and fish, and no matter what we do, it's always a competition. And whether I'm with them or with buddies, just out fishing, like I said, playing golf. I mean, I kind of do the same things over and over again, but I love to do them, and that's kind of what I love to do. And then on the field, I just like to smile and have fun. I mean, that's kind of thing. Just keep the game a game and be myself out there and be kind of the leader, the energizer bunny, and just play my game.
Is there a tool of your own that you're most fond of?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of pride myself on being a five-tool player, to be honest with you. I mean, I think I have a little bit that the whole game possesses, and I try to put those skills on show during the game.
I love it. I love it. So let's talk about your high school baseball career because I think you're interesting, man. Not a guy that has necessarily been written about or forecasted about since you were a freshman, sophomore. Started to come on last summer as a high school junior. When do you feel like it started to come on? When did you start to blossom into the player you are today?
Yeah, so I was a late bloomer. I mean, I felt like that was kind of the main thing that held me back. I was just always smaller and it didn't have a whole lot of size to me. I mean, I knew I had the tools, I knew everything, but I just kind of trusted the process. I mean, I knew I was going to grow. I knew I was going to put on weight and put on strength, and I knew that. So going into the summer was when I finally started growing. I hit a little growth spurt and got up to 5'11" or so and 170 pounds, which still isn't a big guy, but I think that just kind of put me on notice when I started playing the summer circuit with, guys that, to be honest with you, probably were better than me at the start of this summer. I mean, they're bigger, they're faster, they're stronger, and all the above. So I think that kind of helped me grow mentally to that point. But yeah, just being smaller and continuing to play my game.
So the winter, you got bigger, you got stronger, you got a little bit more physical. Where are you at now? And how much bigger and stronger and faster and better can you get?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because I ended the summer, 5'11", 170, 175, and right now I'm sitting at 6'1", 185. So I just keep growing, and I kind of surprised. Sometimes I'll see people and they're still like, "You're getting taller." I'm kind of like, "Really?" I mean, I don't know. I'm not a big get up, check my height kind of guy. I mean, I just kind of go about my business. But yeah, I don't know.
What did your winter look like? What was the workout routine? What was the diet, the nutrition part of it? What'd you do for 4 months?
Yeah, to be honest with you, it was not really a whole lot of clean food. To be honest, I mean, obviously you have those clean meals, but it was kind of whatever had calories and whatever was in the pantry or in front of me, I kind of ate. I mean, that's just kind of I didn't have a whole lot to worry about. I knew bad calories were good for me, and I was gonna be able to put on weight. So also working out twice a day. I got weight training in school as my last period, but it's only 45 minutes or so to lift. So I did my main workouts there: squat, bench, power clean, deadlift, those kind of workouts there. And then a big step for me was heading over to peak after weight training, which is more when I hit the rotational and explosion, more the baseball workouts that you need to be an athlete and stay healthy throughout the season.
I love it. Okay, so last summer, like we talked about, you hit East Coast Pro, you get a little buzz, come into the spring, you get a little buzz, and now all of a sudden we're talking about Daniel Pierce in the top 50 on public draft boards. Talked about as a legitimate MLB draft name. It's got to be a weird feeling, right? Seeing your name talked about and buzzed about. Tell me about the last few months for you.
Yeah, it's been crazy for sure. I kind of went in the summer and didn't expect any of this to happen, to be honest with you. I struggled a little bit last high school season, just a world of adjustments and changing my swing and seeing what feels right for my body and how my body was changing during those periods. And from there, it's just been crazy. I mean, it's kind of been surreal to a moment where sometimes you just got to take a look back and step back for a moment and be like, wow, this is really happening. So it's really cool, and I just try to take it day by day and be where my feet are.
You come from a reasonably small school, Mill Creek in Georgia. And, you mentioned that you just kind of were trying to stuff as many calories in you as you possibly could. Do you think that, you look at the nutrition that the University of Georgia can offer or professional baseball can offer and the player development, like, do you think you're just scratching the surface on what you could become?
For sure. For sure. I mean, like I said, I'm still growing, still putting on weight. So I think ideally I want to to the 195, 200 pound range to be at my potential, but just continue to eat and trusting the process.
Okay. What was it about the University of Georgia? Your Georgia Bulldog, what was it about Athens?
Yeah, so I committed young. I committed when I was 15 before the whole rule change and all that. And for me, I was kind of a homegrown kid in Georgia, and there's nothing better than playing 45 minutes from your house at an SEC school that's got one of the top baseball programs in the land. So I thought that was pretty cool and a perfect fit for me.
Yeah, upstart program too. Wes Anderson doing big things out there, man.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
okay, so Daniel, how about this? It's one of my favorite questions to ask guys, especially your age. Adversity. What have you had to fight through, man? What have you had to battle through? What's life been like over the last few years?
Yeah, I mean it's been crazy for sure. I mean my dad's been a high school coach for as long as I can remember. So growing up in the office with him and just hearing what they have to say has really made me look at adversity a little bit different. I mean, you kind of always hear adversity is going to happen. How are you going to look at it? How are you going to face adversity? Are you going to slouch your shoulders or are you going to stand tall? You know, being a late bloomer, I'd be lying if I sat on here and told you that I always held my shoulders high and I was always the good role model and stuff like that. But I wasn't when I was younger. I mean, I was a kid that if I got out, you were going to know that I got out. And that was kind of a big thing for me in the summer was facing adversity and growing in the mental game. I took a big step in my game, not only physically, but in the mental game. And it's just kind of like you can't change what just happened. I mean, that's not possible in the game. You can't go back in time and change. So you're gonna live with it, and it's kind of how you look at it. I mean, for me, it was break that bat down, see what you did. Did you miss a pitch? Did you swing at a bad pitch? Did you get yourself out? And from there, just kind of took me to the field. And from the field, you know, you think about it and stuff like that when it's not pitch to pitch, and you have that time in between pitches. So for me, I just kind of looked at it and I try to just put it behind me and just look forward to the next at bat. Because I mean, if you hit a homer, you hit a homer. Well, guess what? You might have bases loaded situation. You're down in the game, and that at bat's big in that moment. Cool, you hit a homer, but this at bat's up. So from there, it's just kind of growing in the mental side of the game and looking at adversity in a different way.
What's it been like seeing 40 scouts behind home plate?
Yeah, it's pretty sick. I mean, I'd be
Yeah.
lying to you if I said I got out there. You know, everybody says, you know, you try to act like they're not there, but at the end of the day, you know they're there. You just try to continue to be yourself and play your game. That's the reason you're there. So keep playing your game.
Who's the shortstop that you look up to in the big leagues? Is there a guy that you circle?
Oh yeah, Bobby Witt Jr. That's
You
kind
look
of the
like him.
guy. Ever since he was in high school, I watched him. I mean, that was kind of the guy I always watched. So it's not necessarily. I'm not a guy that you know try to imitate my swing. I used to be. I used to watch a big leaguer, and if they hit a homer, I'd go in the next day and imitate their swing. But I just like the way he plays the game. I mean, no matter what, you're not going to find the barrel every time in baseball, and he's always booking it down the line, hustling down the line because he knows his speed can change the game. And I feel like I'm kind of the same way. So I just try to model everything that he does in my game and just play like him.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of look like him. It's kind of nutty. All right, Daniel, I'll leave you with three more questions, man. I leave every single interview with these three questions. Let's say you play ball for another 20 years, so play until you're, what, 38 years old. You can't change your walk-up music. What's the song you're going with for the next 2 decades?
For me personally, the rap songs are cool, but I feel like they kind of fade away sometimes. But I want to say it's called like "Pour Some Sugar on Me." Maybe it's got a
You're-
sick beat drop, and
Really?
I think that would be pretty sick.
Man, you're predating both of us on that one. Going back to hair metal.
I
Um,
know.
all right, how about this? Let's say you and your teammates go out, or throw anyone on the showcase circuit into this bucket too, anyone from last summer. You all go out to the nicest dinner, the nicest steakhouse. Who's the one guy that you would not let order food for the rest of the table?
I'm gonna
I
go
mean,
with Trent. I'm gonna go with Trent Gridlinger.
you're going with Grinlinger, huh?
I am. I am. Just because we went to a steakhouse one time and you got applesauce, and I
No,
certainly do not want applesauce when I go to a steakhouse.
no way.
I can't throw one of the bus,
Allie,
but I had to.
no way. I was gonna say you sound like the junk food guy from the summer. Maybe it's you, but no applesauce, man. We don't mess with that.
Yeah, I can't go to a steakhouse and get applesauce for sure.
Rough. Okay, showcases and tournaments, same group of people, man. Who's the one guy from that experience last summer? No way you're gonna let him date your sister.
Landon Edmonds.
Okay, where's Landon from?
Landon is from Missouri. Jim
Okay.
Edmonds' son.
Wow, that's throwing shade.
I love him. I mean, he was one of the most fun people to play around, but there's no way.
I love it.
There's
I
no
love it.
way.
Hey,
He's
listen,
awesome.
Daniel, good luck the rest of your way, the rest of the way this spring. If it ends up at the University of Georgia, man, go get them. If it ends up in pro ball, man, go get them. We're just hoping and praying on your rise. Keep going.
Yes, sir. Thank you.